Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever it may be. My name is Ruel Gaviol. This is Chits and Chats, a show that I do every Monday here on Twitch and YouTube. And I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. Really appreciate it. I need to do some background stuff here because I forgot to start certain things here. Ruel forgot to hit certain buttons. Okay, there they are. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And it's Monday Fun Day. I am just back from Seattle, Washington. I was up there for OrcaCon, and I want to thank OrcaCon for having me out there. I had the best time. It's a wonderful convention. It's a one of those conventions for board games where the focus is on play, and the focus is also on inclusivity. A very cool vibe, a very welcoming vibe, and it's what I was telling Michelle when I got home. And it felt it was a safe space for all, and I really appreciate the work they did there, and that they do there, setting expectations as far as conduct, and it's one of the best conventions I've been to in a while, and I really appreciate Donna and the entire staff for making me feel so welcome, and also for bringing me up there this weekend. I had a great time. AB True says, hello everyone. Thank you again for joining me. AB True says, had a weekend without the game group. But solo Lost Ruins Arnak. Thinking about playing through the new campaign. Very nice. AB True, thank you so much for hanging out as always. Real quick before we get things going here, just a quick preview. We are going to be playing. I'm going to show you two games from the book by Dr. Finn called Dr. Finn's Book of Solo Strategy and Word Games. Y'all know that Steve Finn is one of my favorite designers. He's done stuff like Herbaceous, Floriferous, a lot of collaborations with Pencil First Games, which is where I believe the first game I ever come across was, I believe, Biblios. So that was before Pencil First, but now I'm thinking, I don't know. Anyways, I know him best from Pencil First games, but also from his own line of games, Dr. Finn's games. He is changing the business model of his company, so he's going to be focusing on these books. He has this one out now, and there's also a new one that just came out, which we can take a look at a little later. But before we get going, just want to say hi to everyone. Gamer Ice Guys in the house. AB True says his sister lives on Bainbridge Island, so visited Seattle several times. Yeah, I love Seattle. I need to go there more often. I forget how cool of a city that is. I mean, just getting to the airport, and when I got there and going down a baggage claim, there's an art exhibit. There's an exhibit with the current exhibit is the poster art of Pearl Jam, like back in Pearl Jam's heyday, the '90s, the grunge era, all that. They had just all these different concert posters done by a couple of different artists, but there was one made an artist, and I totally forgot his name. But it was really cool. I'm going to share some photos and stuff out after the stream. I'll probably share them in the Discord, but it was cool to see that. I mean, I'm going to get my baggage, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, let me check out this art exhibit for a bit. And then, had a great time at the con. Then going home yesterday at the airport again, they have this space where, you check in, you go through TSA, and then there's this main, like, food court. And then, of course, then you can go to your gate, there's more food. But at the main one, the main hub, they actually have a live musician playing. I'm like, this is so cool. So I got to listen to good music, just a woman and her piano or keyboard, I should say, and she was just playing contemporary hits, but in a more like laid back jazz lo-fi style. And she said she played some Bruno Mars, which was great. So I asked if she took requests, and she did play Die With a Smile, the Bruno / Lady Gaga song that was a huge hit this past year. One of Michelle's favorite songs, one of my favorite songs, and it was great. So shout out to the Seattle airport for doing such cool things. Have you stopped in the little Thai area along the tram line? I have not. Now we did go to maybe I did. We had a group dinner, maybe true at Thai Mango, I think. It's right across the street from the DoubleTree, and a bunch of us walked over there and had a nice little group dinner there. So I don't know where the tram is as far as in relation to that. I know there's the light rail goes near the airport, but I don't know if that's the same one you're thinking of. But yeah, I had a great time, folks. Again, as we go on here, let me know what you played this weekend. I'm going to do more of a wrap up on Wednesday's show over at Good Morning Society. So with Becca, I'm going to I haven't had time to put together my footage. I shot some footage, and I'm going to put together a little highlights video, or maybe just a slideshow, and I'll share that more on Wednesday, a bit about my trip and more some of the games I played. One game that, well, I didn't play it at OrcaCon, but one game I wanted to share with you, it's the video's up now up my channel, just went live this morning, is Fantasy Realms Greek Legends. So this is the latest in the Fantasy Realms world, and they have several editions. They have, the original Fantasy Realms. They have the Marvel Remix version, which I really enjoy, and also if you know about what is that? Red Rising, the book series. Jamie Stegmaier loved that book and reached out to the author, and they basically redid Fantasy Realms. They were inspired by Fantasy Realms. There's a lot of similarities, but they took that and made Red Rising the board game. But it's very similar to what Fantasy Realms does here. What I love about Fantasy Realms is turn structure. You draw a card from either the top of the deck or the main discard area. And then you look at your cards, and then you discard one to the discard area. That's it. That's what you do. You start with 7 cards. You're going to end with 7 cards. And then when there are 10 cards in the main discard pile, you're going to end the game and score. So all the points are from your cards, and it depends on how you've gotten your cards to synergize, right? And in this version, Greek Legends, as you can see here, there's all the different tags and suits and icons, and those are all going to work together. In Greek Legends, they have, new, the biggest addition is the afterlife. So you can send heroes or whoever down to the afterlife, depending on what the card says, and then that may trigger other abilities and other scoring opportunities. So that's the new part of Fantasy Realms Greek Legends. People have said to me that, or at least what I've read and heard, was that the scoring is a little easier in this as far as like calculating scores. But I mean, in the original Fantasy Realms, there's an app that we would use to score. So I actually hand scored this one at the end of the video. Let me skip. Actually, no, go watch the video and you'll see how I hand scored it. So anyways, I did like a 2-player run through, playing for me and Michelle. And then also, if you're familiar with Fantasy Realms already, at the start of the video, I actually talked about like what's different. Here's the new stuff in Greek Legends. The main thing is the afterlife, but I go over each type of card and some of the symbols and stuff. So be sure to check that out, friends. It's now live on my YouTube channel. I'm going to drop the link in chat since we're here. And I appreciate the views and the likes and all that stuff. I would greatly appreciate it if you could click on that button right there. Wait, did I just send it? Yeah, there it is. Amy Chu says, I played Hero Realms. Yeah, that's another one. There's a bunch of them now. And I love the system. Again, anything that's like draw a card, play a card, give me that all day long. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. What was I going to do? Oh, okay. So you check out that video. Don't forget this Wednesday, Good Morning Society, 10 a.m. Pacific on the Good Time Society channel. Becca and I will be back with our board games, beverages, and shenanigans. I don't have Becca to look at. I always look at Becca when I say shenanigans. And we are going to be, I'll do a quick recap of my OrcaCon experience. Spoiler alert, it was one of the best cons ever. I loved it. So shout out to them. Again, Donna and her team. Also shout out to Fran, who was really great being our all the special guests, like go-to person, concierge, I guess. But Fran was really nice to meet her in person as well. And also, I did a talk with J. Ray Lee, author of Unsettling Catan, Detached Design in Eurogames. It's an academic look at Catan and its tremendous influence, but also something Jay talked about during our time together, at the book panel about detached design. And it's a really interesting thing that we discussed. Again, this Wednesday, I'll talk a little bit more about this with Becca on Good Morning Society. But a shout out to Jay for being a very wonderful host. And he also gave me an autographed copy of the book. So I was really excited about that. What else? I think that's it for the housekeeping stuff. We got, let's see, new video up on there. Hi, Bing. New video on the channel. I've got stuff coming up. We are going to be playing some... I'm going to play 2 games from the Book of Games, Book of Solo Strategy and War Games from Dr. Finn. I should note that this copy here, it's not spiral bound. I did this myself because I just think it's cooler to do books like this in spiral bound because you can lay it flat and you have the rules there, and also because every game there are score sheets. So if I wanted to, I could literally just take this book and a pencil or pen and dice, or even a dice app, and then just go wherever and I play a game. Now I photocopied a couple of pages here to play, but you could totally, go in the book here. But before I get going, any other games that y'all have been playing, let me know in chat. Let's see if I've got this here. I want to bring up one game that really made a huge impression on me at OrcaCon. I know I keep saying wait till Wednesday for my recap, but I've got to at least talk about one game from OrcaCon. And this is the game right here, friends. Lightspeed Arena. Wow, this was incredible. This was awesome. So let's go to the game here. Actually, okay, here's the game. Lightspeed Arena. This is a redo of a game from Cheap Ass Games from like decades ago called Lightspeed. What you're doing is you're just shooting each other. You're in space. You've got your spaceships, okay? And in this version, the spaceships are little tiles. And you notice each one has a number. Each one has these little dots on them, like little buttons. Those are hit points. So that's how many hits your ships can take. And then you'll also notice, let me scoot over here a little bit. You'll notice that each ship has lasers pointing out, okay? Those lasers are, obviously you're trying to hit your opponents and also your opponent's bases. But there are also these special tiles here. These are actually asteroids, but this one, someone has it set up for the advanced version where these asteroids actually are like, billboards in space type thing. It's really cute, really funny. But the way the game is played, it's super simple, but oh, it's great. What you do, everyone has the same set of tiles, okay, same numbers. It's 1 through 8, and then you discard a few depending on, or you take out a few depending on your player count, all right? So for higher player counts, you just take out more tiles. But what's cool is one player at the start of the game will shuffle their tiles. They'll take out 1 or 2, again, depending on the player count. And then everyone else has to take out those numbers, and you discard those from the game. And then what you do, everyone shuffles their tiles. You use an app for a countdown. You get like 10 seconds. And then 3, 2, 1, go. You flip over your first tile from your hand and then place it anywhere on the table. So the game board is literally your table. So let me see if they have a better shot. Well, we'll use this one right here. Nope. Let's go over here. Nope. Oh, this 3D thing someone made. I don't want to show that one yet. Okay, here. No, I don't want to show that one either. Everyone's showing the one with the iPad. I don't want to show the one with the iPad. Spoiler alert, there's an app that's involved. Okay, go back here. Here you go. So you're doing this in real time. You're placing your tile. You have 10 seconds to do it. And then there's an alarm that sounds 10 seconds over. 3, 2, 1, flip over your next tile, do it again. So you're trying to position your tiles. Once you place it there, you cannot move them. So you're trying to shoot your opponents. What's funny is because there's so many lasers coming out of each tile, sometimes you'll forget that, oh, I don't want to shoot my own tiles, right? So you do this for, several rounds until all the ships are placed. So I think on a 3-player game, it's like 6 ships, or a 4-player game. So we place all your 6 ships. There's a bunch of ships on the table. And what you do is, now I want that picture of the iPad. Where is it? And of course I can't find it. You take the app, in this case an iPad with the app, or a phone, okay, and you're going to take a photo of the entire play area. Okay, so it's going to capture everything in the photo. So, and, oh man, okay, this is, I guess I can go back to the phone. Anyways, you're going to be, you take a photo of the play area, and then what it does is you set down your iPad. It's better with an iPad because then everyone can see the action. You set it down and press go or whatever, or press start. And what it does is, as you can see here, it animates the battles. Okay, and it's really cool because since each ship is numbered, it starts with the number one ships. So everyone's number one will fire first, okay, simultaneously. So you can do damage, you can miss, you might hit someone's base. So as you go up 1 through 8, you know, your 8s are pretty powerful, but at the same time, they might be gone because everyone's shot your number 8 ship or your 6 or whatever. So it's really fun to watch the animation because it's literally on the iPad shooting each other. And then at the end, you're going to it'll take care of your score for you. It tracks it. As you can see, here's you know, someone's got 26 points, etc. The mining or the asteroids, you shoot the asteroids, it gives you stuff, and there are different asteroids that are available, so you can swap them in and out. There's also different player abilities that you can start with. You know, you can start with the basic game. There's no abilities, but oh my gosh, it's one of the best uses of an app. If it actually, in my opinion, it's my favorite use of an app for a board game ever. Because what it does, everything about the app enhances gameplay. It doesn't slow it down. It does that of the bookkeeping, right? The scorekeeping. And it also just makes the battles look cooler. Jonathan Liu is the one who introduced me to this game. He had the copy. He's the only one I know in this world that has a copy. Because the game was kickstarted last year. And they haven't talked about a retail release. They're not, I think it's a European company, so maybe it won't come out here because of, you know, tariffs and whatnot. But it is an outstanding use of an app. And Mo's in the house. Better than Poopo Cafe says, more than Ready Set Bet. That's a good question. Now that I think about it, you know what? I think this edges it out. I think it edges us out because you play the game. It's really quick. It's a fast, you know, you're just dropping tiles. They're like little coasters. You're dropping them onto the table. And it's a lot of fun. It's really short. It's maybe a couple of minutes to do the whole game. But then the tension and just the cool factor of watching that app, you know, do all the battles and tally the scores. It's really neat. And there's like this really, what I love about it, there's this really snarky humor to it. So if you're like, say, player yellow, it'll have like little comments about, oh, yellow missed again, or stuff like that. It's really funny. The humor in this is great, and I think that's, again, what enhances it. Now, by the time I'd played it, like, I think 5 times, you know, we're just sort of skipping past the humor, but the first time, you gotta read the jokes and stuff. They're absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, it's really good, folks, and I would, if there's a way to get a copy, I cannot recommend it any higher than I am right now. It is brilliant. As you can see here, there's another end game thing here where all the players have played. Oh, this is just a closer shot of the other picture. But all the ships have been played, and then there is the app showing you exactly where all the, you know, pew 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 is going. This is actually final score here. Let me see if there's a shot of the actual app showing battles. You would think they have a video up here, but okay, there's one on the phone. See, you can use your phone or an it just look cooler. An iPad is bigger, obviously, but yeah, this is one of them where, and this is all animated, right? It's not just pictures; it's animated. So this is one of the ships shooting here this way, and oh, it's fun, folks. Jonathan was running that game all convention long. I think I played it like 8 times. It is really quick. Different player accounts. I mean, I played three games of Lightspeed Arena when I first got to even before the convention started. I got the Thursday night, and I ran into Jonathan and said, "Hey, good to see you again." And he's like, "I got to show you this game." I was like, "Cool." And me, one of the volunteers at OrcaCon, Jesse, and also one of the Jonathan's fellow Geek Dad writers, Rob. There's 4 of us. We're like, okay, yeah, we'll play. And we played. And it was like, let's play again. We play the second game. Let's play again. So it was like one of those. Any game that you want to play immediately, again, I think is a good sign. And so we played it 3 quick times that night. Then the next day, I played again. I kept selling it to people. I was like, you got to try this game for John. So, like, a bunch of folks I sent over his way. And sorry, Jonathan, I know you want to play other games, but I just, and he's a great sport about it. Jonathan is, just, he's a gamer for life. He is a true, I don't know, I don't want to gatekeep, but, he's just he's a gamer. Gaming oozes out of Jonathan. He just sits at the table all day. He'll teach you games, play games with you. He is awesome. So we played a lot of Lightspeed Arena amongst other things. That's the one game I wanted to highlight today was Lightspeed Arena. Again, if you can find a copy, I believe it's Pegasus Spiel that is the publisher. And again, this was a Kickstarter that Jonathan backed last year. So see, it re-implements Lightspeed. This game was from 2003, so it's over a 22-year-old game. James Ernst and Tom Jolly. And this was the analog version, right? This is before there was an app. So you're playing these cards, trying to, shoot each other. And then to resolve it, Jonathan was telling me he used to use rubber bands, to go from one ship to another. So you're physically, you have these cards down on the table. I don't know if they have actually gameplay showing here. But you would have the table, the cards on the table, and to see who shot who, you'd use a string or a rubber band or, ruler or whatever. So Jonathan told me he used to use a laser pointer to, figure out. So to go from that, an analog version, it's the digital app was perfect. It is perfect because it keeps the analog play, but it also brings in the digital version where the app can do all the heavy lifting and also just make it look cooler with those animated battles. So, Amy True says, just check BGG, and someone called Elevated Board Games has it listed $24.99, expected $3.50. There it is, friends. Thank you, Amy True. Folks, highly recommended. I think most of you know, Jonathan and I both serve on the American Tabletop Awards committee, and we usually don't talk. Well, I shouldn't talk about. We're not supposed to talk about conversations we have as far as like nominating games. I'm just gonna say Lightspeed Arena was really, really good, and Jonathan and I talked a lot about it. That's all I'm gonna say. But I would definitely check that one out, friends. By the way, thanks for everyone for coming on in. I see a bunch of new faces here. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to be playing some games from this book in a few minutes, but we were just going over a little bit of my experience at OrcaCon. The game that made the biggest impression on me was Lightspeed Arena, and I'll be talking more about my OrcaCon experience on Wednesday during Good Morning Society, so please tune into that at the Good Time Society channel. Okay, Gamer Eyes Guy got some new Button Shy games in. Very nice. Embers, Shallow Regrets, and Dionysia. Hey, this one? This one? I just happen to have this. I believe... Did Kelly and Aaron give... I think Kelly might have given this to me. Kelly from Board Games with Variant Hex, the podcast. I think she gave I don't know if she gave that to me or for a bunch I sent it to me. But got Embers played once. Very nice puzzly tower defense. Oh, tower defense. Nice. James Games. Hey, recently become low-key obsessed with the Veil of Eternity. Also, Bombbusters right in the middle. Veil of Eternity is excellent. Excellent. Bonds and I did a playthrough of it on my channel. I think she has the expansion, which I haven't played yet. But yeah, Veil of Eternity is excellent. Excellent game. James, you got the name of the game, right? Lightspeed Arena. Hey, Time Roller. B. Travis in the house. Hi, B. Travis. People Cafe says, do we do the games we played lately from Discord? Yeah, absolutely. We just want to talk about games, right? They're based in Utah. I'm talking about Elevated Board Games. Cool. Yes, Gamer Eyes Guy. James Ernst from Cheap Ass Games. If you remember that, I had back in the day a few titles from Cheap Ass. So if you don't know, Cheap Ass Games was decades ago where James Ernst and a bunch of other folks designed games that were meant to be played with pieces from other games. So they would literally just send you like, a couple of sheets of paper. It was usually like, I don't know if it was cardstock or whatever. Sometimes for like a game board. But then they'd say, hey, go get, dice from your Monopoly game, get a couple of pawns from, Sorry or the Game of Life or whatever. So you would cobble those all up and play these games. And Lightspeed was one of their games that, it was just, I think it was just card based. So you didn't really need anything else. But, oh man, it was, I remember Cheap Ass Games was so cool. I had like 4 titles back in the day. And it's funny, because that was before I was into modern board games, but I guess I was sort of gaming now that I think about it. But I didn't really play any of those. I bought them and I thought they were cool, but I never really played them with anyone, if that makes sense. I just sort of had those games. But then once I got modern board games, I passed those along to whoever. Wow, I never really thought about that. Because my origin story is 2015 is when I got modern board games. But man, now I think about it, I should look in those cheapest. I know I didn't play them, like I never brought them out regularly, or I didn't bring them out to any friends. I remember showing a couple of folks, but we never really played them. I was like, okay, let's play Taboo, But yeah, looks like a lot of places will be carrying Lightspeed Arenas. Zatu, Benefit Market, folks, highly recommend it. Get on it. Also found on Pegasus Spiel for the same price. Thank you. Twinflower. Hi, Twinflower. I just saw the comment. I've had OrcaCon on my list of cons to go to eventually, so nice to hear some more details on it today and later. Yeah. I would highly recommend it, Twinflower. I think, I was talking about it earlier when we first started streaming. They do, I'm going to say for my money, they do the best job of setting expectations as far as conduct and behavior. It is a safe space, an inclusive space, and people were just chill. It was, not a huge con by any means, but a very well run, well organized, and just I just love the vibe. People were like super cool. It's a board game playing convention, more focused on that. They do have a merchant hall, but what's really neat is I think there was like 1 or 2 people selling games. There's like one like retailer, and then there's a couple of like RPG things for sale, but everything else was like arts and crafts, handmade items, whether it was like dice bags, dice towers, knickknacks. There was like stickers and of course the OrcaCon merch shop, which was great. The merch there. Anytime I can get a $20 hoodie, I'm like, take my money, right? I immediately got a hoodie. They didn't even have my size, but it was really cool. Like the sizes, the only ones they had left were running. They ran too big for me, but they had one on display, and the gentleman there, I forget his name, really cool. He's like, oh, you know what? Let me check this one. And sure enough, it was like the one I want an XL. I like to have them run a bit bigger than what I usually wear, just because I just they're comfy. And if they would have had a smaller one, I think I would have got one for Michelle too. But they were down in sizes because I didn't go to the merchant hall till I think the second day, so a lot of stuff sold out. So that was all my bad. But still, a lot of cool things outside of gaming, but very gaming adjacent, and rather than just straight up, hey, let's sell games. But the OrcaCon experience, really cool location. It's at the DoubleTree. So if you know anything about the DoubleTree, you walk in, you check in your room, they give you free cookies. You had me there, DoubleTree. And they've been doing that for decades, right? Any DoubleTree I've been to, you always get a warm chocolate chip cookie. And I got 2. And then when you're at the convention, as long as you stay at the hotel, technically you stay at the hotel, you can ask the front desk for a cookie. And I may have asked several times for cookies that trip. I brought one home for Michelle. So OrcaCon, Twinflower, and everyone, highly, highly recommend going. It is fantastic. Gamer Ice Guy talking about cheap ass game, Dr. Lucky. And I remember Dr. Lucky being that forum before its fancy version. Yeah, I never got the original Dr. Lucky, but I ended up getting like the Dr. Lucky, the fancy the retail version. Still have a copy of the Kill Dr. Lucky. Yeah, there was Kill Dr. Lucky. Where was that? Oh, the one I really liked. I didn't have it, but it was the one I thought the concept was cool was Before I Kill You, Mr. Bond. And then they printed it for a short minute. and they had to stop printing it because they used the word, they used James Bond in the title, so they got in some trouble, I think. So those quickly came off the market. So I wonder if anyone still has that out there. Arwen, hi Arwen. Orcon was so much fun. Great to see you there. We're just taking a break from exploring the Pike Place Market. Nice, Arwen. Thank you for stopping by, folks. I got to play with Arwen. Let me bring up their podcast here. Cardboard Time. I think this might. Oops. Oh, what did I press? Cardboard Time podcast. There it is. Arwen is the host of Cardboard Time, a podcast about There's Arwen. Yeah, we finally got to have we played games together before, Arwen? I feel like we have at some point, like a Gen Con or something. But this is really cool. We got to play a new game that's coming out. And I know I'm talking about, I keep saying, hey, I'm going to talk about OrcaCon later. But, oh my gosh, we played a really cool game called Chicken Fried Dice. And Chicken Fried Dice, folks, new roll and write coming out, I think in March. We'll have more info. But Becca and I actually highlighted that game last year when we do our, hey, here's our grab bag of games. That one, the name just caught my eye, Chicken Fried Dice, right? But getting to play that with Arwen, Allie, Christian Kang, and who else did we play with? It was 1, 2, 3, 4 of us, I think. Was there a fifth? I forget who the fifth was. Shoot, I'll have to look it up. But it's a roll and write game. It's very combo-y, which I love, and I love the theme. It's a food truck theme. So yeah, Arwen says, I absolutely agree. It's an outstanding game, and we'll talk about that. Excuse me. We will talk about that a little more this Wednesday on Good Morning Society. Arwen, thank you again for hanging out with me at OrcaCon, and thanks for dropping by. So friends, what we're doing today, we are going to be playing some games from this book, Dr. Finn's Book of Solo Strategy Word Games. Let me take this down here. Whoops. Why is this not? I'm pressing buttons and they're not working because that's how they do it here. Oh boy, Ruel. Come on. Where is this button? Wait, no. I should say button. I should say OBS. Why don't you behave in OBS? Okay, so I'm gonna take that off, and then okay, there. I've got dice. I've got my pens, and I've got paper. I've made a copy of the game. I've got my dice here. Okay. Look, I got a new pen and pencil case. My goal this year, one of my goals, is to be more analog, and analog means pens and pencils, right? So I'm going to be more analog. Let's use a pencil today. Are there any pencil or pen geeks writing utensil geeks in chat? If there are today, my pencil of choice is the Mitsubishi 9850. This is supposedly a really good pencil, and I'm still sort of new to the whole pencil and pen thing, but I'm a new convert to fountain pens, and I've got 3 fountain pens right now. I totally see how addicting it can get. It's yet another hobby I have no money for. Legos, pens, pencils, but it's all good. It is all good. Okay. Let me go here. James, okay. A little bit of a writing utensil geek. I lived in Japan for almost 9 years. Yes, the stores there are amazing, right? I go to a place here called Paper Cut in LA. I think it's Paper Cut in LA. It's relatively near the studio. So sometimes on Wednesday after we wrap the show, I'll go down to a Paper Cut and just they have a lot of like Japanese stationery and writing utensils, and that's what sort of my stepdaughter Lauren sort of got me hooked on going to that store because she introduced me to that. I said, oh, there's this really cute little stationery store. They now have 2 locations, and she actually bought me a pen there, a really cool fountain pen, which got lost on the way back from Gen Con. I'm still bitter at USPS for losing my gift from my stepdaughter. But I did end up buying another pen or two, online. So I've been using more fountain pens these days, and also these better quality pencils. But oh, James says my sister brought me a pen back from Germany. The company is Lemmy. Yes, they've been around for 100 years. They have. Do I have a Lemmy? No. Oh shoot, that might have been no. I think I have a knockoff Lemmy, which is like I forget the name of it. Because the Lemmy I wanted was like super expensive. Folks, fountain pens can be super expensive. I had no idea. But I got this one. I forgot what the name of this one is. It doesn't have the name on here. But I have the... Okay. This one, my friend Julie, Kawaii Julie, she recommended this one, the Pilot Kakunu. It's very light, and it's the one. This is like baby's first fountain pen, right? I really like this one. I just wish it was a little heavier in my hand because this is like plastic or hard plastic or acrylic. No, hard plastic. But it's super easy to change to refill and stuff. But I really like this. This is like my go-to everyday pen. And then I have like a Sharpie, and then this pen. I forget the name of this one. I believe it is a knockoff, a Japanese one. This one I also lost on the way from Gen Con, but I rebought it. This one's heavier than the Pilot Kakunu, and it's got a heavier. This is becoming a pen show. This one has like a heavier base to it, so I want something that's like sort of in between those two pens. But anyways, why don't we get to the game, folks? What is this, Automod? Held a message for a reason. Oh, but what? Automod, what are you doing? Wow. Where was that? Now it disappeared. Is there a moderator in the house? Can we clean that up? I don't know what happened there. But we're gonna let's play a game. Let me get the rules ready here. We're gonna play two games. Cosmic Run Mission 1, and then we're gonna play Word Wrap as well. So let me see. Page 53 has the rules. Yep. Cool. All right. Okay, yeah. So thanks, friends, again for joining me. And I'm going to do the YouTube intro and all that stuff. But hang out with me, and if you got questions, let me know. And let's get going. Hi, friends. I'm Ruel Gaviola, and today we are playing games from Dr. Finn's Book of Solo Strategy and Word Games. I want to thank Steve Finn for sending over a copy of the book. And what we're doing today is rolling dice and playing a couple of different games. I'm going to play two games from here. I'm going to play a push your luck dice game and also a word game. There are, I think, 8 games total in here. I'm going to show you here. Now, I should note that my copy has a spiral bound. That is not how it comes. It's a straight bound, book bound here, a standard book binding. I went to my local Office Depot and asked them to spiral bind it because I like doing this, where I can just lay the book flat. As you can see here, you have like a thing you can track all your scores in all games. So 2, 4, 6. Yeah, there are 8 games. Table of contents. We're going to play Cosmic Run Mission 1 and Word Wrap today. So I want to give you a little bit of both, one word game and then one dice game. So what I did, I had this, and I made photocopies of each score sheet. You don't even need to do that. You could literally play right in the book itself. Just tear one out if you want, or keep it in here and just play. The rules are here, and in this game, you need all 4 dice, or all 4 dice. So I've picked multicolored dice here today. And what you're doing is you're going to alternate turns between you and an alien. So this is a solo game. You're going to it's a race game. You're trying to get to the different planets first in Cosmic Run Mission 1. So after every roll, you must place 1 or more dice on your more planets and allies. So let me get a score sheet out here. Okay. And here are the planets, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here are your allies. Okay, so we are racing against the aliens. So this is alien, this is us here. And then we'll have our total score. And what you're going to do is going to roll the dice. And then you're going to place these depending on trying to meet that planet's requirements to move. So we all start, you don't even, you're starting off here. And so what you need to do for this planet, you're going to mark off, for instance, this one here is a 1. So I would mark off this ship number 1. This one is all ascending. So you need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This one here needs 2 of the same number. So if I had 2 of the same number, I could mark off the first ship. If I have another pair, I can mark off this one. And once you mark it off next to these numbers, that's those are points. Those are going to count as points. Okay. This one's 3 of a kind, and this one's 4 of a kind. Okay. And on the next page, it has the explanation here. This requires a die matching the number. This is 2, 3, and 4, the same value to move the ship. Okay. And then after you've placed all the dice, so just like in Yahtzee, you roll, then you must lock at least one. You can lock in more than one if you want. For example, maybe I want to do 1, 2, whoops, this was a 3. Y'all saw that, it was a 3. I could do this, I could lock in all 3 here, and I would be scoring 1, 2, 3. I would be halfway to that planet. You're trying to race against the alien. You want to get to the planets first. And then I have a 6 here. I've locked these 3, I'll re-roll. Okay, hey, there's a 4. How perfect is that? So I'm going to place all my dice here. Now, I can also place them in allies. I'll talk about that in a second. So for planet A, you may move the ship up to 4 times in one turn by placing multiple dice of the different required values, which I just did. Okay, so for planet B, you may move up the ship up to 2 times if you had a pair, right? And of course, for the other ships, 3 and 4, you can only move them once per turn. Now, I can also take on allies. So what you do is, if I decide to put the 1 here, I would just circle this, and then I can use it on a later turn. This is move dice. So this says if I wanted to move dice after I placed them, maybe my rolls, I rolled something, I want to move it later, I just scratch that off and actually do it. This is re-roll 1 die. This is re-roll 1 to 2 dice. This is flip a die. So instead of this 1, what's the back of 1, folks? 6, right? Adjust 1 die plus 1 or minus 1. And then this is turn to any value. So you just circle these ally powers and you'll have those to play. But look at I rolled pretty darn good this first time. So I'm going to mark, I'm done with the locking in dice phase. Is there, I don't know what the name is. I should have learned this before here. That's just my turn, player's turn. So after all dice have been placed, move ships towards planets. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to scratch these off. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I am 2 ships away from getting to that planet before the alien, which is what you want. So, and I also have 2 points. Okay. And now the alien's turn. I don't have any ally powers to use, and I didn't do that. Again, there's an explanation of ally powers here. So after your turn ends, collect the dice. Now it's the alien's turn. Roll 1 die and move 1 or more of the alien ships towards the planet based on the die's result. Okay. So there is a 1. So what you're doing, you're just looking at the the farthest out ship from the alien, and if that number matches you, they're going to move. So this is a 6, 3 and 4, 5. This is a 1 and 2, so they moved here on this far planet here. Now, if there are more than 1 that match, like let's say this is, I just marked off this 1. If this 5 was the 1, I would mark off both. Okay, so it can be fast, so you got to be careful. Okay, if the value of the die does not match any of the furthest ships in play, you must still choose a ship to move. Okay, and again, these are either or with a slash, which I just had to do. Then reaching planets. Once you reach a planet, you're going to get the main points here, 7, 12, 15, or 20, and that planet is done, so no one else can move on that. Okay. Now, if an alien ship reaches a planet before you, you're going to lose points based on how far you are from the planet when the alien reaches it. To calculate lost points, subtract the value of the closest point icon you've reached from the value of the planet. So enter the negative value. So in this case, if the alien got here before me, okay, 12, it's a -2. I have 10, right? Alien reaches planet B before you, since the value of this planet is 12, and you've reached the planet icon 10. I get -2. So it is important to get there fast, okay? Now, here's a special thing. When the alien reaches the planet first, if you have not reached that planet's first scoring icon, you lose immediately. Okay, so I've reached this planet's icon. I'm safe. This one, if they reach the 20, before I get an 8, this first one, I lose immediately. So maybe I got to be careful because they've moved there. Okay, that's how you play. I'm going to roll the dice and assign. So I've got 1, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Not a good die roll. I have to keep at least 1. I'll keep the 6. Okay, I'll assign it here. Maybe, or, this is two of a kind. Why don't we just randomly throw that there and let's see if we can get like a 5 or something. I could put the 6 here and hope for a 5, but if I don't get a 5, I'm sort of hosed. So I want to put the 1 here. So I either need a 1 to pair it up, or I need a 6 here, or 5 or 6. Okay. Okay, hey, there's a 1. Oh, man. That would have been nice to move over there. So why don't I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it on ally so I can move dice. Okay, so if I get another 1... no. Or reroll 1. Do I want to reroll? Wait, this is 2 dice. Maybe I want to reroll. Yeah, okay. So again, you lock a die every turn. I'm going to lock 2 dice here. Well, this one, and then lock that one there on that ability. Okay. Now, I could have taken another ability, but I'm going to reroll here. This is my final reroll. It's a 5. Hey, the 5 is what I need. Perfect. Nice. Okay, I've rolled everything. I've locked them in. Let's move our ships. So this goes up to 5. This is a pair of 1s. So we go here. And then I get a power here. Reroll 1 die. Okay. Now we go to the aliens' turn. Let's see what they roll. They've rolled a 6. So we look here. No 6 there. 5, 3, 4. Okay, they move here. 6. So they're getting a little closer to that 1. I'm like right there. Once I get to that 6, that one's locked out. So maybe hopefully we'll be able to do that. So all I need is a 6 here. I would like, obviously, to at least get a 4 of a kind once here. But I'll probably have to do a bunch of allies here first in order to get that 4 of a kind. But let's see. You never know. Hey, I've got a couple of pairs. Wow. Do I just do that? I think I'm just going to assign all of them to this planet. So the first pair gets me here. The second pair gets me here. Okay. Not bad. Aliens' turn. A 1. Nothing here. So it's up to me to choose. The alien's always going to... Okay, wait. What? No, my bad. There's a 1 here. It's always the furthest out. This is the furthest out. So 1, 2. Or 1 or a 2 here. So they're 1 ship away. Okay, I need to get there. I need a 6. Okay. That is a 5. Okay. Reroll 1 die. Adjust 1 die plus 1 by plus 1. So I'm going to do that there. Okay. Okay. I've got a 6 here. I've got a 5 and a 3. I'll put the... I mean, I could get all... I'm going to go... Let's try this. I'm going to assign this here for the 3. Reroll. Okay, so I've got an adjust 1 die. I've got a reroll. I'm going to get another adjust 1 die. So I've done more ally powers this turn rather than moving, placing ships. So the allies... so by the end of the game, you're going to score the furthest, scoring icon that you got, minus anything that the aliens gotten first. And then you also get, I think... Okay, yeah, here it is right here. You're going to get 1, 3, or 6 points. Score 1, 3, or 6 points for 1, 2, or 3 circled but unused powers. Okay, so right now I'd get 6 points because I have at least 3 unused powers, but I'm going to use them, so I don't expect to have those like that. Like white, I'm not just getting them for the points. I want the powers. Okay, so I've gotten the 6. Yay, I've gotten this planet. This planet is locked out. I get the 7, so we're going to cross out that. But now, okay, I gave all... Okay, yeah, I did do that. The powers. Roll for the alien, and it's a 5. So that's locked out. 3, 4. Okay, that was a 5. All right. So now, back to me. As you can see, folks, really fun little push your luck game here. Again, I want to thank Dr. Steve Finn for sending me a copy of the game. Let's continue after hydrating. Okay, 4, 5, 1, 2. So now, they've got 1 here. So I want to focus on these here. I can adjust dies once or twice. I can re-roll. Why don't I... let's go here. Let's at least get here. So let's try for a 3 of a kind. First of all, I'm going to take one of these for a move dice. Okay. So I've locked one. Gotta lock another here. Okay. I'll put a 2 and 3 here. And final die is a 3. Okay. So I got 2 3s, but I need 3 of a kind. I'm going to adjust a die by 1. And adjust it to a 3. Hey, I've got 3 of a kind. So now on board here. I've already given myself a move dice there. Okay. And then we go to the alien. Well, I should have got a different... Here, I'll get a different color. This will be the alien die. Okay, they got a 6. So we go here, 3, 4. There's a 6. And there's a 3, 4 there. So thankfully it's just a 6. But now I need to continue here. They're 2 ships away. I need to see if I can rush up there. Okay, alien. Here it is. Whoa. 1, 1, 3, 6. So let's keep those ones there. I'm going to get a 6 here for turn to any value. Oh, by the way, you can also see there's only 3 uses for each power. That's all. The max out is 3. Okay. So I did a 6. Final one is a 5. Okay. I have to put the 5 there, and then I am going to use, let me see, do I want to re-roll, flip a die, move a die? Nope, I want to turn to any value. I will use that. I'm going to turn it to the 1. Only because I can't adjust it more than that, right? I don't have the flip. Well, it would have flipped to 2 anyways. But anyways, I used that, and I moved up here on the ship. All right, alien, your turn. 3. Oh, boo. They have a 3 here, 3 or 4. And they have a 3 here. Oh, no. And they have a 3 here. Yikes. Okay. Where am I going to go, friends? Okay, I've got a pair of 4s, a 3 and a 2. So I could go here. Okay, and I just need one more 4. I'm getting close to it. Let's see, what's the next number is 2. Well, hopefully I don't roll a 2. That's it. Okay, so I got 4s. Flip a die, reroll 1 die, reroll 1 to 2 dice. Nah, I'll go with the 4s there. Okay, there's a third 4. Okay, cool. So I've gotten that. This is 3. I'm going to use that as an ally power, reroll 1 or 2 dice. Okay, I got my 3 of a kind, so I'm going to move up here to 13. And we're going to roll the alien. Hopefully, we can, let's see, it's either 1, 4, 2, 6. Oh, anything but a 2. There's a 6. Okay, they got a 6 here. Okay, now they're getting awfully close to this one. I need to think about getting at least on board. Remember, if you don't get on board, or if you don't get to a scoring icon and they reach the planet, you just it's an auto lose for you. So that's not good. But okay, alien, good job. My turn. A couple of 5s, a 3, and a 6. Do I get on board here, or do I finish this out? I got to finish this out. I've got 2 5s. We've got turn to any value. I'm going to use that ally power there. A 3 would be reroll 1. No, I'm going to roll this. Hey, I'm going to put that 4 there, and then I'm going to adjust the die by +1 or -1. So +1 to 5. There it is. Hey, all right, we reached this planet. So this is locked out, and I've got 15 for that. But now it's the alien's turn. They rolled a 5. Darn it. 5, let's see, 1, 4, and then the 5 here. So they're super close. I need to get at least 1 4 of a kind this turn, or else I lose, because they're on the verge of getting there. Okay, here we go. 4 of a kind. Okay, I got a couple of 3s. Let's see what my powers are. Reroll 1, 2 dice, flip a die, adjust a die, turn to any value. Did I use that other turn to any value already? No, I was okay. So I have 1 left there. I'll lock in 2 3s. I'm going to use a reroll 1 or 2 dice. Oh, I should have marked that one off. Dang it, really? I got to lock 1 in. I'll lock in the 1. Another 6, really? Boo. So I have to use this one. Okay. How am I going to do this? I am going to, let's see, I re-rolled for that 1. I've got to re-roll 1 or 2 dice. I'm going to use a re-roll 1 or 2 dice here. Oh, that one's already locked in, though. I can re-roll 1 die. Okay, so this one's still okay. Re-roll 1 die. This one here. Okay, 2. Okay. So turn to any value. So I've got to turn this to a 3. Okay, I still have 1. I'm going to re-roll 1 or 2 dice. I still have this one here. Come on, 3. Ay, ay, ay. And I can't adjust a die. Dang it. And I should have, I think the timing, I should have used that earlier. So basically I have nothing. Oh, okay, I have a pair. Oh, but I put it on this. No, okay. So I locked, put everything here. I'm going to use my move dice. I'm going to move these over here. Whew. But, oh, man, I hope they don't go. Oh, am I going to lose? Based on anything but a 1 or 2, please. No! No! Dang it. Wah, wah. I lose. No. Oh, no. Friends, I lost. Oh, no. But you know what? Let's play another one from this book of word and strategy games. Thanks to Steve Finn. Oh, that was so close. Darn it. I should yeah. I was getting, we're recording this live on YouTube and Twitch for our folks watching the VOD. And, some of the timing might have been slightly off there. But darn it. I should have won. But anyways, let's go on to a word game. We're going to next play Word Wrap. Let me get this over here. I think it was on page 50 or so. Yeah. So once again, I have photocopied a copy of the sheet here. How to play Word Wrap. You're going to capture letters and create words to score the most points. So you requires just 1 die. So we'll use the Dodger Blue die. And you're going to take 3 steps. You roll the die, capture letters, and construct words. So before the first turn, roll the die and circle the corresponding gray die outside of the grid. So starting space. I have rolled a 4. So this is our starting space right here. So step 2, capture letters. On turn 1, you must draw the shape so that it captures the letter directly adjacent to the starting space. Then future shapes must be drawn adjacent to any shape placed on a previous turn. Okay, shapes may never overlap in any way. These are the shapes here. 1 through 5 have shapes, and 6 you get to choose one of your shapes. Okay, and then what you're doing is taking the letters that are in the shape. For instance, like say that shape there, you're going to draw, and then you're going to take those letters. You capture 4 every turn. And you must place them down here where you're going to create words. So you're trying to create a 3-letter word, a 3-letter word, a 4-letter word, and so forth. So you're going to get points based on what the point is for the letter, and then any bonuses here. For instance, this one here, if you place a letter here, you're going to multiply it by 2. Okay, so in this case, I put a Y here. That's 4 points. If I put an M, what's the M worth for many? M is 3. So if I put a M for 3 times 3, that's worth 9. So it'd be 9, 10, 11, 15. I'd score 15 here. Likewise for the times 2 here. There are also some bonuses for the totals here. So whatever your score here is, you're going to multiply it by 2. Whatever your score here for this word is, you're going to add 10. All right. So that's how you play Word Wrap. You just get I think it's is it 10 turns? You get 4 letters per word, and it's 8 turns. So 8 turns will have all these letters here. There's going to be a point. I mean, every game I play, there's a point where some of this won't make a word. That's fine. You still have to fill it out anyways. You're going to fill these out. So let's get started. There's our starting spot. I've rolled a 1. So it's going to be 4 straight, just like 4 straight lines here. So what I'm going to do, I already see a word here for foul. Now, do I want to do that? So I'm trying to get words that I can, place in the correct, in the most optimal spaces. So I'm going to do the straight line like this. Okay. So F-O-U-L. You can place them anywhere you want. I can put the F here. I can put the L there. I can put the O-U wherever. But I just happen to find F-O-U-L, foul, and I like that. Well, okay, I'm going to put the F here. It is worth 4 points. If 3 times 4, that's 12 points already. Then 1 point each for the OUL. So that's a 15-point word. That's not too bad. Do I get greedy and try to find maybe what's another word would, well, I can think of an F and a K word, but we'll keep this family friendly. But do I want to go maybe I could get a W here, put an FL and O, and then hopefully get that W. That'll be 4 rather than 1. Maybe we do that. But then I want to use the W over here maybe to get more bonuses. So you can place the letters wherever you want. And you know what? Why don't we try to get greedy? I'm going to go F, L, O. And then where would I put the U? Why don't we put the U? Let's see. Okay, this is a times 2. Okay. A U is 1 point times 2 here. You know, I can put it anywhere I want. Maybe I'll just put it here, U, for 1 point. And that's a turn. Next turn, roll the die. It's a 2, so I'm going to make it this like little T shape, a Tetris shape, right? So why don't we get this out of the way? So it has to be adjacent to this one. Oh, by the way, just for what I like to do is, because I've forgotten especially near the end of the game, I've forgotten to like mark letters off. So I've done these F, L, O, U. So I just sort of like put a light X through each one so I know I've used them. Now I need to make this shape. You can rotate as needed, right? Just like in Tetris. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we do the Tetris shape like this. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of vowels. We'll do it like this. Let's get some consonants up in here too. Okay. So again, I was targeting that W. I've got that here for 4 points. Oh, look at this, friends. Why don't I? Oh, man. Well, what's another word? FLO. Oh, man. I should have I think I should have put the W over here because that's times 2. That'd be 8 points. So I could do like OWE for O. Okay, I can do flop. Yeah, why don't we do this? Okay, I've got the letter P for 3 points. So for flop, okay, so mark that off. And I'm going to go for the W here for 4, because that's times 2. That's going to be 8 points. Is there another? Oh, there's a times 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letter word that starts with W. Oh, that's tough. I don't know. I'm going to put that W there. So I've done that. I have an I and an in. Or in. I and N. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. ING. So I can do an ING word. And then that'll get me plus 10. And then I can get, what letters are there? How can we get that X? Can we get that X into play? TAXING. Oh, I was going to say taxing. But if I put the T here, it's times 3 for only a 1 point letter word. I want that X in one of these multipliers. Oh, right here. Oh, yeah. I can do something like tax, TAX. Okay. But I still need INN. So why don't we do, I'll just put the I. Oh, okay, here. Let's do IN. Huh. I'll put it over here. This is plus 5. Let's see if we can put like, I don't know. Again, you can put these anywhere you want. And as you can see, it's not easy because, I just happen to find that early combination was fine, but now it gets tough because you're trying to spell longer words, but you only have a few letters, right, to work with. IN. And again, you're trying to maximize your points here. IN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was going to say input. I can do an input here. But again, where's the other P's? There's a P down here. I'm going to have to eventually get down here or all the way out here. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I'll put an I. Whoops. I was hoping to. Yeah, I'll put an I here for 1. And I'll put an N here for 1. NI, and hopefully get that Nix. Okay. Oh, wait. So let me mark it. See, this, just so I know, I've done all 4 letters there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 letters per turn. I rolled a 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. How many is that? Okay, so now I have this like little L-shaped thing here. I can get that X and L, and then sort of go like this for an O and an A. Yeah, I sort of like that. Or I can go down here. Get a T. No, I'm zoned in on that word Nix. So let's do the little shape. First one I'm going to use is X for 7. And that's going to be 14 right there. Very nice. And then I was looking at that O for here for 1 point, because all we need is an E to finish that. And now we have an A and an L. L-U and G for lung, maybe? And the G would be doubled. What else? Oh, we have a Z. Oh, how can we get a Z out here? Z-E-B-R-A-S. Oh, do we go for the gusto and try to get zebras out here? I think we're gonna, folks. Z-E-B-R-A-S. So I'm gonna put the A here for zebras. I hope we can make it. An L. Let's put the L here. So I can do lung or lugs, or we'll see. 1 point, strike this one here. So I've used all 4 letters there. Again, shout out to everyone that's watching live in chat. What it do, baby boos? Sir Bearsworth in the house. And Sir Bearsworth said, this Dr. Finn be doing everything. Game and a book, she's right. And shout out to Simplicity. Hello, welcome. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I'm almost to the halfway point. Right now, it's a 5. So I need to do a box shape here. So I see the Z, yeah, Z-A-S-P. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're going for it. We are going for it, friends. So Z for 7 points. That's going to be tripled. That's 21 right there. I've got to complete this word, though. I was Z-E-B-R-A-S. So the A is there, or the S is there. So I need E-B-R, zebra. So there's an R. Where's the B? I hope the B's... Okay, B's up here, and B's down here. Oh, man. Okay, I do have an A and a P. How can we use the A and the P? This here, P-A-N, I don't know. Simplicity, thank you so much for the gift sub. I appreciate that. Just gifted a time roller. Very kind of you. And folks watching on YouTube, come on and watch us live on Twitch and YouTube. Just click on the links below. You can find out when and where I am streaming. So I'm going to go A and P here. Maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is plus times 2 if I can get a really cool word here. Okay. You know, I'm just going to put the P and A here. I can't think. 3 and 1. Okay. Let's see what the next shape is. It's a 3, so it's going to be the little L. Zebras. What do I need? E-B-R-A. Okay, I'm trying to get to that B up here or down here. Oh, I'm not. I've got to do the L shape, so I'm not going to get their chest yet. Wow. If I go down this way, okay. R-U-I. Okay, that's not going to get me anything for zebras, but it is going to get me some extra letters that I can use here. So maybe I do like something like paint. Yeah, paint, P-I-N. Okay, I have an R and a U. This could be lure. I need that E over here to get down to the B. I need a T here. So R-U. So why don't we do, let's see, R-U-E, or R-U-N. What's a good, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. 7 letters. Just double the score. Oh, man, can I get that? That would be really nice. Oh, that would be great. maybe something something, or are you and are you? Maybe put the R down here, or we can do here. Maybe change this to lure. I need the E over here for zebras. L-U-R. Maybe lurk, because there's a K there. Okay, well, I'm going to put the R here. So that's one. And then I have a leftover U. I'll put the U here. Let's see what kind of word we can do with the U right there. Okay. 2. It is the T shape. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do this. The T shape is going to go like, oh man. Yeah. I got to get the E, B. Oh, where's the R? I need an R over there. Okay, we're good. We're good, right? Right? I can't hear y'all. I'm going to go here. So I'm going to use the K. It's a K5 right here. Look at that. So lurk. And then I'm going to use the B here for 3 and the E here for 1. So I just need the R to finish. So we have the O here. Excuse me. Yeah, as you can see here, not every single word. You're not going to be able to complete every single word. I'll put the O right here. Oh, and I did the B right here. Okay. Yeah. So I should have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. We got 24 words, or 24 letters. I need an R. So there's an R up there. There's an R here. I've rolled looks like a 3, so the L shape. So do I want this here? This will give me VR. It'll give me a T to finish paint. And then I don't know what we can do with the V and R and D. The R I mean is definitely going zebras. What if we do here? That's a lot of vowels. I want to finish paint or pains. Is there an S? There is an S over here, but there's no R. I need an R. Outline. Oh man, that would be wild if I could do like outlier, TLIEOUTLIER, outlier. But yeah, no, that's not gonna. Ooh, do I get greedy? Outlier. There's an I there and it. Ooh. One of these is gonna. Oh, if I can get outlier here. I don't know how many it's really going to score though, because those aren't really like the high scoring letters. Like I'll put the T here. It's only times 2. That's 2 points. Like I want like stuff like zebras 7 times 3 for 21, right? So maybe I just paint or pains, and then do I go here? It would be cool to get outliers here, but I don't think there's. Yeah, one of these is going to get hosed. I don't want to hose my zebras, so why don't we do outlined yeah, what is it, 3 for the little thing here, whatever it's called, the L shape. So first the R, just so we can complete our zebras. Okay, what was the B? The B was 3, not 2. Okay, and then we're going to do the T for the paint. Okay, so we've done 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we still need the E. Okay, there. E's right there. E for 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words out of 7. Not bad. But we do have a D here. L-I-E-D. It's not going to be able to. I'll put the D here for 1 point. Okay, so we have 4 letters. Let's see what shape. It is a 3. Once again, the L. Yeah, it's not going to make anything, I don't think. D, so we need an E, right? Outlined. Yeah. Oh. I don't see it. I don't see it happening, friends. Oh, so close. Outlived? T-L... Out, L-I-V... No. Short a letter. Outlive would have been a nice one. But once again, you have to use the letters in the shape, right? So we need this shape here. And maybe we just do this. Ooh, so close. Outlatted. Out tired. T L I T. Oh no. Because it's this shape. I was thinking these letters here. No. Oh well. Yeah. Not gonna happen. But hey, that's all right. Out. T for one. S-O-N. One. Obviously not a word. Outsunned. I don't know. Maybe it is. That'd be funny if it was. But that's the game, friends. You take 8 turns, 4 letters per turn, so 32 letters, and you're going to try to make words. I've made 6 of the 7 words, so not bad. One of my better games, I think. Now you're going to score it up. So I've got 1 plus a double 4 is 8, 9. So 1, 2 plus 8 is 10. I doubled the X here, so 14, 15, 16. And then flop. Triple the 4, so that's 12, 13, 14, 17. Lurk, I doubled the 5 for 10, 11, 12, 13. This gets nothing because that was a word. Outsunned. 0. Paint. 3, 4. Is the P the 3? Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 5, 12. Okay, my big word. I'm super excited about this. Zebra. So 3 times 7 is 21, 22. Yeah, right. 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28. Plus 10, 38. All right. So let's see what our totals are. I'm going to go 10, 16. That's 26. Plus 17 is 43. 13 plus 0 is 13. 38 plus 12 is 50. Yeah, definitely one of my better scores here. So I've got 6, 5, 106 for the final. And you can look over here at the start of the book. Let's go back to the start of the book. And you look here. So each game has 8 score sheets. So you can play 8 times. You record your score. So Cosmic Run Mission 1, I lost. Remember, I lost because I did not... the alien got to one planet. I couldn't even score on one planet, so I lost immediately. But Word Wrap, you cooked or lit or sick or mid. I got 106. So it is, let's see, what's my... I'm lit, folks. I'm lit. I was cooked, but I was lit. I've done mid. I've definitely done mid before. It's under 90. So 99 to 6. So lit, not bad. 3 of the 4 are the top 3 of 4. But anyways, thanks again for watching, folks. Thanks to Steve Finn for the copy of Dr. Finn's Book of Solo Strategy and War Games. Don't forget, if you do order it, it does not come spiral bound. That's my style of doing things. I went to Office Depot and did that. But great book, folks. You have 8 different games. You don't even need to photocopy anything. I did it just for the sake of this stream. You can just take this with you, use a pen or a pencil and a dice app. You're good to go. So thanks again, Finn, for Dr. Finn, for the copy. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, friends. And hello, friends. Live. Thank you. James, yeah, I saw your comments. Outside outvote. I don't think I could have done outvote. Just because the way I would have done it is I would have had to use an L, I think. Because the shape, remember the shape was the 3 here. So it's like I'm having to take the I and that I, yeah. The T. That's the challenge of the game, right? You're never always, you're not going to get all the letters you want, right? You have to use every single letter each for the turn. So, but good. I mean, outvote is good. Outside is good. I just wish we had the letters to do so. All right. Thanks, James. Yeah, I think that might be my best game. I think that might be my best game I ever played of Word Wrap. I have done better on Cosmic Run. I've like beaten it a couple of times. I didn't really get a high score, but at least I didn't lose. That sort of hurt losing on that game. But friends, I think that's going to do it for today. We're going to wrap things up a little early because I need to clean my studio. As you can see, I've got like piles of stuff behind me, like games, and you don't even see the big old pile of books and junk over here. So today is a day of cleaning for me and also taking care of some emails and stuff. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks again for hanging out. I'll be back live again this Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, with Becca at Good Morning Society, at the Good Time Society channel. Once again, I will be doing more of a wrap-up of OrcaCon then. I'll share some photos and a few more highlights of games that I really enjoyed there. So tune in for that, 10 a.m. this Wednesday. And I'm going to send you on your way, friends. Shout out to BGG for hosting. Thanks again, BGG. Let's go raid someone. Thank you, Bing. Appreciate you. I'm going to raid. Who is here? Anyone we have not raided in a while? I see M. Peebles is live. Hey, Board Game Yogi is back. Board Game Yogi, folks. Let's go raid Board Game Yogi. Please say hi to Yogi for us. It's been a while. Awesome. Thank you so much again, friends, for hanging out with me. Thanks, B. Travis, Bing, James, everyone here. I appreciate you. I've got my keyboard I can bring back up. It was on my lap. I just tossed it over there. We're going to raid Board Game Yogi. Please say hi and send her my best. And folks, until next time, we'll see you later. All right. See you on Wednesday. Bye.